We trade one Alex for another. We welcome this one back as we lose the other one. Spirit Message Ale has finally returned. It's been all too long. And you just play every deck, don't you?
I like to think of it that I'm just like way too cool. And all the decks just like, they get jealous, you know, if I don't give each of them a turn.
Oh, what was your reasoning? They were like, there's no good virtual world players here, despite the fact that we have a virtual world player. So, oh, he's right here, actually.
Well, don't put the words in my mouth like that, bro. I meant it. Okay, no, but for real though, this deck is like cracked. If you look at like the top decks, Prank Kids, this deck is just anti-Prank Kids. If you look at like, it's got a good matchup against Drytron, Striker, and Tri-Brigade as well. It's kind of like almost an anti-meta pick, but it's not necessarily sitting outside, so it's in that tier 1 spot, if you ask me. It's just really cool. There's some consistency issues, but I did some things to fix that in here, so...
Oh, this man gave me a sneak peek at the spreadsheet, and damn.
Alright, want to get into it?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Alright, so let's start with the main deck, as per usual. So, 3 Lulu, because...
Standard.
This card is nuts, so if you don't know, all the virtual world names, except for 2 of them, they can target a virtual world card you control, and then send a card of a different type. So if you target a spell, you can send a trap or a monster. If you target a trap, you can send a spell or a monster, like that, right? And then it does something else. This one is the best one because it sends one of a different type and then adds one of the third type. So if I target a spell, I can send a trap and add a monster, or I can send a monster and add a trap, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even though you probably don't want to have the traps in your hand, you know, but it's a +1. You want to resolve this every turn. It's a tuner, and that's really important. This is a synchro and exceeds, kind of like basic deck, although you can fusion summon. We'll get to that too. Nian Nian, this card is the other E-Tele target, so these are both E-Tele targets because they're level 3 psychic monsters. This one does not have the hand effect, but if a level 3 monster is special summoned to my field while this is my grave, I can special summon it, and it becomes a tuner. And then also, it's banished when it leaves the field, but when it is banished, it targets any banished card, so that includes face-down banished cards. And you can put it back.
Synergy.
Yeah. So this is like really good with like Desires and Prosperity and cards like that. I play 3 GG. This one is probably the 3rd best of the virtual worlds because it's a +1, but it's like delayed. So this one has the same effect, target, somewhat different type. And then during the end phase, you can add a virtual world from your graveyard to your hand. So it does get you back a resource. Usually you're adding this back for next turn. 3 Lao Lao. This one is cracked because it's the 2nd best one because it's also a +1. It sends one of a different type and then reborns any virtual world from your graveyard that wasn't the one that it sent. So it can't send one and then revive that one. But you can do something like send Nian Nian with this, and then special summon a GG from your grave, and then Nian will trigger on a new chain to special summon itself. So you basically go +2 off that whole interaction. It's pretty crazy. And then Lili is kind of like the utility, because what it does is it sends one of a different type, and then it sends one of a 3rd type. So it foolishes 2, and it summons itself, and it's a level 6 body. You need this for a lot of your combos. This is part of the GG combo. These 2 cards plus 2 discards. And then this is 2/2. She's the worst one. If you control no monsters or if all of them are virtual worlds, you can normal summon this without tributing. And then you can discard a psychic or worm monster from your hand when this is in your grave to special summon it, and it becomes a tuner. All these have a restriction on them that when you use them, you're locked into level 3 or rank 3 or higher monsters for the rest of this turn, so you can't link summon. Alright, so that's it for the monsters. Or we have hand traps later, but this is just like the monster lineup.
So the monsters, quote unquote.
If you wanted to cut any of these, you would have to cut 2/2, but this one's really good for Lancia because you can send it to the grave and you can reborn it without using your reborn trap, which you have to banish. It just helps you make Shen Shen. I play 3 Kowloon. Reminder, you can Ash this because it is part of the effect, even if you can't like use that effect. But this card's cracked. It says activate Chuche from deck, or activate any virtual world gate you want from your deck.
I've seen this in your opening hand like 80% of the time.
Yeah, it's nuts. This card is also so nice. You can banish it from your grave to add, well, first of all, it's a name, so it helps with these. It enables 2-card combos with the other names. But you can banish this from your grave to add any virtual world monster from deck in your hand. Then you have to discard a card. So it's not like great because it is like, it does break even. A lot of people were playing Foolish Goods to send this, but I just don't think that it's that good that you'd want to play Foolish Goods. You know what I'm saying?
It was okay at first, but I just feel like the deck's moved beyond that.
It's but this also has an effect everyone forgets about. You can banish a virtual world from your grave, then target a face-up monster in the field and negate its effects until the end of this turn. So like yesterday at the sneak peek, when X-1, I basically had this. I top decked this on a ultimate conductor that I had slowed them down with all my hand traps and stuff like that and all my interruptions. He broke my board, sat on ultimate conductor. I was probably screwed otherwise because there was just no way that I could make something without him flipping everything. But this is like the other 3 copies of Imperm because it just negates something on the field at the start of your turn. It's like freaking great. 1 second, I gotta judge. What's up?
He's going to judge.
I'm a certified judge.
Certified judge, by the way. So he is one of our resident judges now. Oh, here he comes. What was the ruling?
Damage step rulings, guys.
Oh, God.
Okay, so Chuche and this one. So Chuche is like really good, but you don't want to play any more than 2. But you can't play 1 either. And here's the reasoning: you want to have 1 on your field and then 1 in your grave. In the grave, you can banish it to modulate the levels or something, up by 3 or down by 3, or the rank. You can modulate the ranks with monster of Xyz monsters with this, but they have to be virtual world. And then also, its face up on the field effect is you can target a card on the field, and then you can shuffle 2 of your banished virtual world cards with different names into your deck, and then pop that card. So it's just spot removal. It also gives you a trap, so you can send a spell at a monster off of like Lulu or something. Just really good. Zhanwu has the effect that during the battle phase, if you control virtual world, another virtual world gate, you can target a face-up monster on the field and change it to defense. This came up against Zodiac once or twice. Flip their Borbo to attack, to defense in the battle phase.
Nice
really
sushi
funny.
god. It'd be a shame if you couldn't bring it out.
But also, what this card is really used for is when it's in your grave, you can banish it to special summon a virtual world from your grave and then discard a card. It's part of some combos. You do need it. I wouldn't cut this. I know some people were talking about that, but that's it for the virtual world gates. Now, here's the spice. So, 3 prosperities, okay? Double desires.
And desire.
Hear me out. This is a +1, but also it can banish your Chuches. You typically want to have both of these. It can banish this, and then it forces you into freestyling. And if you're like me, you're just really bad at like having to actually use your own brain and not just use memorized combos. So this is a +1. You play it because you kind of have to get that +1. Sometimes you just really need it. But prosperity. Okay, prosperity. I know it's $100 a copy, but it was worth every cent because this card can guarantee your combos. You don't care if you have, if you don't need to draw cards. You really don't. All you need to do is get your other piece of your like 2-card combos, or just get some like backup or like even a hand trap for next turn. Discard fodder, things like that. You can set this for Zulkin. I mean, obviously you can do that for this too, but this is funnier. Because it's, come on, bro, it's product prosperity. You can set up your extra deck in such a way that you can still combo. Because you can banish things that you won't need, and then you can put them back with Yan Yan when you need them later. So, honestly, it's just worth, I like comboing, and then when they try to stop me, I just use this and then grab something and then keep going. It's so great. This also, like, never gets ashed, because people aren't afraid of it. Cracked card. Then Italy.
We love that card.
It's Italy, dude. Antraps, 3 Ash, Gamma, and Driver. I did tribute summon Driver once because this deck like never normal summons because I needed a level 6. So I just tribute summoned this and then made M7. and then bounced my opponent's card, attacked them directly, and then made Zeus.
Driver equals Zeus. You heard it here first.
And then Imperm. This stops Tri-Brigades. That's really, really good. I mean, Tri-Brigade should be an easy matchup for this deck if you're piloting it right.
We unfortunately have a lot of that here.
Yeah. Let's get on this extra deck. It's nothing like super new or interesting. So I play Juju. Can't be destroyed by battle or card effects if you have 2 or more monsters in your graveyard with the same original type and attribute, but different names. So this thing is like good protection, and you can banish 2 monsters from your grave with, I believe it's the same original type. Yeah, because it like takes its own fuel out to target and send a card on the field to the grave. So it doesn't destroy. You can get around some things. Doesn't out Dragoon, but whatever. Muddy Mud Dragon. This is for the fusion play because it can substitute its name for any other monster, and then it can perform a fusion summon.
Yeah, I saw an interesting fusion target, and we'll get to that in a second.
Stardust Charge Warrior.
We love that.
Summon it, draw a card. It helps you put your Nian in the graveyard, and then you get to draw a card. Coral Dragon is like the same concept, but he's a tuner. So in case you need a tuner to do it, and then also it's removal. And when it leaves the field, it draws a card instead of when it's summoned. Crystal Wing is Crystal Wing. I did hard summon this one time. It is possible. You can do it. And
I will, by the way.
I will tell you how. I will teach you the way. Vermilion Dragon Mech. It's removal. It helps you OTK also. And it can add back Lulu. Shen Shen. Cracked against Prankids, because fun fact, Prankids have to go to the grave to activate. So under this, they pretty much can't play, unless they have like Imperm Droplet. Zolkin. This card summons the Crystal Wing typically. It also can't be targeted for attacks or card effects while you control another synchro. Okay, here's a ruling thing also. So Zolkin says, cannot be synchro summoned, must be special summoned from your extra deck by sending 2 level 5 or higher monsters you control with the same level to the grave, 1 tuner and 1 non-tuner. So,
to the grave.
They have to specifically hit the graveyard. If you're playing against Virtual World and they summon this and then they try to go into this, that's a cheat. You have to call them on that. Because you cannot legally summon this while this is on the field and is... I mean, and to be fair, it can be hard to make this first and then make this. But what you can do is you can actually negate your own Shen Shen with your own Keenlong, so you can do this. Yeah, I've done that before.
Certified judge, by the way.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep flexing that. It's funny. Okay, one second.
Speaking of certified judge.
Yeah, what's up? All right, so he Ghost Mourner on the Stardust. Okay. If your opponent special summons a monster face up, except during the damage step, you can discard this card, then target one of those face-up monsters, negate its effects until the end of this turn. Also, if that face-up monster leaves the field, so what's the question?
No, you probably won't go help me because I haven't done it yet. Can I use this to overlay? Will it be considered?
No, it does not. Monsters
Right,
that are used as Xyz materials aren't treated as different.
Okay. So, all right, that's all I need. Okay, cool. I figured. Just making sure.
Actually.
Oh, we're not done.
Cool.
Oh, okay, good.
Anyways. Okay. Break Sword. Removal. Fortune Tune for the Zeus play. You can also sit on this if you want to live. You just really need to live.
I've actually seen that come up. It's annoying.
Ptolemy M7. This card can bounce your stuff. It can bounce your opponent's stuff. It can bounce from the field or the grave. Super nice. I also have this neat parallel rare. This like ultra like duelist saga max rarity in a Fan. Oh boy, this card's cracked. Detach 2 materials. Target a face-up card your opponent controls and a card in the graveyard. Banish both of them. And then if this is destroyed by battle with an attacking monster or an opponent's card effect while in the monster zone, you can special summon 2 virtual monsters the same type and attribute from your deck.
That's stupid.
So if this dies, combo, Gaia Dragon. For the overlay and the piercing, this helped me kill once. Arsenal Zeus. Yes.
I'm gonna be real, I forgot Arsenal was in his name.
And then Caliga.
Explain.
If a player's monster effect attempts to activate, none of that player's monsters can activate their effects for the rest of this turn. While this card is face up on the field, each player can attack with only one monster during each battle phase. This card is fucking insane.
Wait a minute. So you're telling me that we got to play through this?
So basically, here's the deal. There's a ruling that states that a activated effect that is negated is still treating as attempted to activate.
Oh.
Right? So, if you activate a monster effect and I negate with Crystal Wing, you cannot attempt to activate another even though the activation was negated. Additionally, you get one attack during the battle phase to out this.
This is all usually under Shen as well, by the way.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So you see, it's insane. Like, this card is nuts. And then, so, it does say both players, so even on your turn, but you can turn it off with your own Keenlong. And if you can't kill them, like...
I see where this is going, and I don't like it. Oh my god, this looks...
Okay.
I mean, it works, but that's just... Holy
Before I get into the basic 2-card GG and Lily combo, I want to tell everyone how I hard summon this. So I was playing
I
against,
do have to... Yeah, how do you do that?
I was playing against Paleo Frogs, okay? And I had Shen on the field. This dude, okay, he activates the Phantom Knight trap that targets a monster on the field, decreases its level to 2, okay? Like, makes it level 2. And then what it does is Phantom Knight monsters can't be destroyed while that monster is on the field, right? So, while I control the Shen, his trap can't be destroyed. It's a monster, and Shen's level 2. I already went through my Zolkin, and he bounced this back to my extra deck. I forget which one card did it, but I was reading this card, an English copy, of course, and this needs a non-tuner synchro and a tuner. Okay, so this is level 8. How are you making this? Well, this is level 2. Chuche can drop or increase any monster's level or rank that is a virtual world by 3. So I was able to make this level 5. At which point I tuned it with my Lulu and made Crystal Wing. It was nuts. It was.
So you're saying Shen was modified twice, and you were able to hard make Crystal Wing?
Yes.
In this. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's so funny.
Side deck is kind of just format dependent. I'm not really going to get into that. I will, however, show you the combo. So let's just say this is your hand. All right. So this is the 2-card combo. So, I mean, realistically, your opponent's probably going to have a hand trap, but having these or having access to a Lulu, pretty much, you're gonna be able to do this combo most of the time. So you're gonna normal summon this guy, right? Activate Lily, target him. So you can send a spell and a trap to the grave. So we're gonna send Chuche, right? And we're gonna send the Keenlong. I might be butchering these names, by the way, but I don't care.
I think that's
we're gonna activate the Keenlong. We're gonna grab the arguably best monster in our deck, Virtual World Mahime Lulu. Now you have to discard a card. Shut up, Christian. Okay, so you activate Lulu. It doesn't matter which one you target because it's gonna do the same thing anyway. So you're going to send a trap. So you're gonna send the Shanwu here. And you're going to add a spell. So you add your Kowloon. Now remember, Kowloon can activate a virtual gate from your deck, right? So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna activate Chuche, right? We're gonna modulate this up to level 6. So now you have a level 6 tuner and a level 6 non-tuner. So with this, we can make Zolkin. So this is summon number 4, right? Now we've guaranteed that we have a card to set for Zolkin's effect by searching it off of Lulu. So we can set it, activate the effect. Don't forget to play around Lightning Storm. Card's real, now that people can afford it.
Yes, the old $40 instead of $100.
So this is the 5th summon. So if they try to nib you, you're safe, right? Then, what you're gonna do is you're gonna activate Shanwu. You're gonna special summon this, and then you're gonna discard a card. for the effect. So you have a tuner and a non-tuner again. So we're just gonna sync these away for your Muddy Mudragon. Okay. From here, we're gonna perform a fusion summon by treating this as Alistair the Invoker, and you have a dark monster, so you can summon Invoked Kowloon. So now they're under the lock, and to make things worse, you're gonna activate your Kowloon, and you're going to activate Chuche from deck. You do end with 1 card in hand on this combo, but it's a simple little 2-card combo that gets you to a really strong board state. You can make Shen if you open Lulu on top of this, or you open Lao Lao on top of this, because you'll just search the other one that you don't have, right? Because if you have Lulu already, or if you have Lao Lao already, you don't need to use the Keen Long to search them, so you can search the other piece. I'm gonna quickly show you just what can happen. Like, let's say you have Lao Lao, right? So we're going to, let me reset this because so this here, this in the extra deck. So we're just gonna put it back to this point. These two are in the grave. This is in your hand. This is in your deck. This is in your deck. So let's say you have a Lao Lao. So, what I'm gonna do, banish to search our Lulu, discard a card. Okay, we're gonna special the Lulu by sending Shanwu, adding Kowloon. We're gonna modulate up. We're still safe under Nib, by the way, because the combo hasn't really changed from this point. Summon Zulkin, set the card, use the effect, summon Crystal. Okay, here's where it gets a little different. So we're gonna Lao Lao, we're gonna target the GG. So we're gonna send it, we're gonna target it, we're gonna send it a spell. So send Keen Long, this is for next turn. So it's pretty decent follow-up, and then we get to summon any virtual world from our grave. So we're gonna summon back this Lily. So here we can make a rank 6, or you can just make a Shen if you really want to. Then you can like make a Shen, then you can like Shanwu back the Lulu, make a like whatever. But this is what I prefer to do. So I like to make these a rank 6. Make Constellar Ptolemy. And then I'll banish to summon back the Lulu. And I'll discard our last card. Then we can make this into the Mud Dragony Boy. Right? We can detach from Ptolemy M7 to add back the GG that we didn't use. And you can go ahead and just make these into a Caliga. And we have this GG here. So there's not like a whole ton you can do. If you decide to flip this up and make Chuche, then what you can do is you can use the Lao Lao and you can send a Nan from the deck, and then when you add this back, then you can make a level 6 and you can draw a card, which is honestly what you probably should do, realistically speaking, but I'd honestly rather prefer to have the GG in hand for next turn than getting the add back, simply because I mean, most of the time, you're just kind of making your Charge Warrior for no reason, just to draw an extra card that like could be a hand trap. But I oftentimes don't find it too useful, and I'd rather have this name in hand for next turn. Lulu's like okay, but you've gone through most of your stuff at this point, and you already have this to search anyways. So I mean, let me get the Chuche out because I kind of spaced, but this is what you can do with 2-3 cards. You can freestyle this, by the way. This same board ends up on Shen Shen as well. But I think this is better because you want to go for more like +1s and adding stuff back. So.
All right, fair 2-card locks that we from I guess our new judge. That's what we're calling you from now on.
But the judge.
Yeah.
TM.
We have a resident virtual world player, but I think he just got called out.
Man, Josh is good, guys. Y'all sleeping on Josh. Josh is actually cracked.
Any comments, Josh?
No.
No. Refuses to comment.
Dude, Josh doesn't brag, okay?
Oh yeah, we have a Time Lord Mystic Mind player, by the way. So
But yeah.
fun times. Custom map, by the way.
Yeah, I actually kind of suck at Virtual World, to be honest with you guys. Keck W, by the way. I actually can't freestyle with this deck for anything, so hopefully you're better than me.
I see. All right, that's about all we got. 5 seconds left in the round. 3. Ready for the ding.
That's time on the round. Please finish your current phase.
All right, that's about all we got. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day.
You said the F word.